Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the May 17th. I don't know why I had to double take a look at that. I know what it is. May 17th. It's the Friday edition of Morning Mindset. How is everybody doing today? Ooh, Corey's got cups going. My camera got moved a little bit, so we're not as centered, but hey, there we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? It's your first time here, long time here. Here's what I need out of you: who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. I could not see across our court this morning because of how foggy it was, and it cleared up here in the last hour, but it was spooky out there. Fog spooks me out. Does it spook anybody else out? As far as what's in the cup, hey, we've got the Galaxy Vibe Celsius rocking this morning. Celsius, if you're listening, you can go ahead and sponsor me just by sending me some Celsius, and we'll be good to go. The other thing, so weather's great. Here's this, Todd, who I am, where I'm from Illinois. There we go. And the most important thing, 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So today, for us, DTF and UV DTF are going out. Cap cut training, we've got that. We're going to talk a little bit about that, how it's going. We got shirts that need to be pressed. We've got vinyl that needs to be cut and invoicing that needs to be done. So those are our 5 things that we got going on. Let's check in and see how people are doing this morning right here. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, 54 degrees, partly cloudy, water in the bottle. 5 things. DTF quotes. Finish binding a quilt, spray paint metal sunflower. Ooh, that sounds fun. Alteration appointment this morning. Very nice, very nice. Before I get farther in that topic today, I'm going to try, I need to get in that headspace for it. Each one of these shows, we're going to add a topic to, so that way we know, something to talk about, something that's there. When I was talking with somebody that's going to help me kind of help grow our social media side of things, and we'll see how it all plays out. That was one of the suggestions they made. They're like, hey, you have good content on your Morning Mindset, but people just see Morning Mindset Season 3, Episode 56, or they see that, so they don't really know what are they getting into. What are you talking about? So we started that on Wednesday, and we're going to have that go there. So there's going to be a little topic for it each day. That way we'll talk about it, because we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We should be saying the topic first, then go into everything, and then go into the topic. That way when this transfers over to a podcast, which, yes, it's happening, it'll make more sense then. But today's topic is going to be, let me check my notes over here, free training versus paid training. So I've got 8 things to look at and compare at when you're looking at the 2, free training versus paid training. I'd love your comments. Your interaction is what's going to help all this grow. So make sure that you're commenting there. Tell me if I'm right, wrong, indifferent, whatever with it. Morning, Barb, from Jeff. Sarah, good morning to you. Happy Friday, 16 sunny. Good trailer stocking weather. Yes, it is. Coffee in the cup. Hi, Jeff and Sarah from Barb. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you from rainy Central Florida. No cup yet. Sarah's 5 things. She's got to send contract print job over to the printer. She's a tag price, receive stock for trailer. Stock trailer for event on Monday. Design quotes. 2 store builds I still haven't gotten to. We talked about how we're fixing that, right? Sarah and I have been partners in crime for, quite a bit. I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, somewhere around there. It's been a while. And it seems like this is going to sound bad when I say it. She always has these problems. But what we do is sit down and go through these problems and figure out how to fix them. So we looked at problems that she had last year. Those problems aren't there this year. There's new problems. We said, hey, so we see this cycle. Let's fix them for there. And every year she's just crushing it. I'm going to quit my job and go work for Sarah. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, my goal is to build up the social media side of things, so that way we're able to bring in more revenue for that, so I can do more things like this, be able to do more trainings, be able to go visit people in their shops, be able to help give back more. So that's what we're working on there. And morning, Barb, from Sarah. Jeff's got 66 and rainy there in Northern Kentucky. Diet Coke in the cup. 5 things. Rinse and repeat. It seems to be that way with Jeff, doesn't it? Nice shirt. Yeah. A friend of mine named Sarah made this shirt for me, because that's how we roll, golf cart style. That's how we roll. And Tim, good morning to you. 65 out and rainy. About to get my pink monster to drink. I'm going to listen on the road here. I got to pick up dome vinyl. Ooh, I have my local guy cut. Very nice. Jenny, good morning to you, Northern Indiana. It's 67 degrees out. Water in the cup. I got it. I figured that out for it. Before we jump into training, I want to give my heartfelt sympathy, everything I can, to Renee. She has been an amazing person, amazing friend. I couldn't ask for more from her, and Since she made it a Facebook official, I feel I'm able to say something. Her dad passed away, and it sucks. I went through that when my dad passed away, and mine, happened pretty quick. Hers has happened pretty quick too. Don't expect it, but Renee, we love you. We're thinking about you. If there's anything you need, just reach out to us. But we're here for you. Thank you for everything you do for me, for the community, for everyone else. And, we're thinking of you. If there's anything you can do, like I said, just reach out. So, if anybody, your friends there with Renee, just, hey, reach out and let them know you're thinking of her. And, it's going to be a tough time, but we're here for you, friend, to do our best to support you. So with that, we'll get back into mode, but I just wanted to take that moment to just let her know that we're thinking of her. Jerry, good morning to you from rainy Ohio. 62 degrees out there. Very, very nice. On our agenda for today, so we've got our 5 things. I've already had a call somewhat with someone who's up on social media this morning. We'll see how that all plays out. We're looking at a few different options. So, hey, we're going to go into it. It's one of those things where they can show me how to do it, or they can do it for me. And I am one of these where if I can pay somebody to do something for me, then I will. Other times, if I really want to learn it, I'll do it. It comes down to that time. Like, how much time do I really have to invest in this? How much time am I going to really, spend doing it? If it's not something I'm going to dedicate time to, I'm just better off having somebody else do it for me. So we had that. Then we've got our mentorship call coming up at 9:30 today. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to turn on the little jigger thing, the little banner for that. So if you want to join us, you're able to do that right over here at patreon.com/fatdadmc. Something else that we got to consider going on next week. Next week we shouldn't have any issues production wise. I'm still waiting to find out if I have to chaperone a field trip next Friday. That might change some things up. So that one's on hold. But Corey leaves for Mexico on Sunday night. So she's gone for a week. She's gone over Memorial Day weekend. Like, she doesn't get back until late Sunday night. Like, this is the first Memorial Day weekend we haven't spent together in 12 years, 14 years. I don't know. It's weird. I'm like, oh, so I guess we're not doing anything Memorial Day weekend. Not that we do anything, but usually there's a cookout in the neighborhood. There's a grill. There's something going on with it. And it's going to be Mr. Mom next week. That's for field trips. We've got baseball. We've got soccer. I don't know what else we got going on. There's going to be a fun week. So I want to make sure that you are in here for Mr. Mom adventures that start Monday morning with school, and that goes the rest of the week. As far as production, anything that is a retail order should be right on production. Today is a busy day. We're actually getting caught up in advance of things before dates. That way they're good to go. And then next week, everything should fall into place. We're able to do it and then be right back on it. DTF, everything. If you are a VIP member, you're ordering today and it's shipping out tomorrow. A lot of times you're ordering today and it's still shipping out today. But most everything is shipping out in 1 to 2 business days on DTF and UV DTF. You are able to expedite shipping on that. So if you need something faster, you can go ahead and do, the 2-day, because right now we're shipping UPS ground, but you can upgrade to 2-day or overnight if you need to as well. So we've gotten really efficient with that, and we're rocking and rolling with that. On our the other stuff that we got CapCut training. If you've noticed, we made some, and this is where I got into that free training stuff at. Like, hey, what are we going to do? Is it worth taking free training, paid training? This is where it came into. So we paid for some CapCut training, and I'm holding myself accountable. It was a 10-day course, and instead of doing it 10 straight days, which I'm never ever going to do, if it's like that, because the weekends are the weekends. I try not to work on the weekends. I'll do some stuff, but if there's something I need to attend or do, I'm not. Most of the times, that's when I fizzle out. I'll be great Monday through Friday. Comes to the weekends and it just fizzles out, and then I don't pick it back up because I feel like I've missed 2 days worth of stuff. So this one is a learning pace. Doing 5 days this week, 5 days next week. We're making some videos. Yes, they're not the perfect videos, but nothing has to be perfect. You just have to do it. And so we're learning things how to do it. We've got I've got today's today's class that we're going to take after all of our trainings today. And then, we'll produce another video for it. And each day we'll get better and better at learning new things and be able to push through it. So we're having a real good time with that. Brian is also joining me in that training. We're holding each other accountable for it. He got one for me. And so that's what we do. We're holding each other accountable for it. Now, Brian won't be here today. He won't be in this call. And I don't think he won't be in the other call because he's actually going to Made Lab down up in St. Louis. He's going to that today. So, hopefully he brings back lots of knowledge to our mentorship community when we see him on Monday. So, Brian, if you are listening, have fun. Can't wait to hear and get lots of video content because you never know what you could use that for. So, CapCut training, yeah, little editing, little video, little this. One thing is instead of just using templates, which I used it on certain templates, what you'll run into is getting the copyright strike because of audio that you can use. We did a video earlier this week where we did everything in Facebook, used Facebook's audio, and we still got hit with a violation. And so, of course, trying to reach out to anybody to get an explanation of it is like pulling teeth on, I don't know, a chicken, something you can't catch anyway. It's just crazy how that works. So we got to be careful on that. And like I said, we're learning, and I can't wait to see today. Today we got something fun planned, so you should hear about that. You should see that here later this afternoon for it. And let's see. Let's see, where were we here? Oh, sorry, AI didn't help that one. We figured it out. Yep. I'm sorry to hear that. Both my parents are gone. It's a terrible loss for that. Yeah, and it is. What can you do? Morning creators, glad to be here with so much knowledge and talent. Jerry brings a lot to the table. For whatever reason, Jerry, I feel is like, she's this one. She's this one. She's like, hey, quit spending money on stupid stuff. Meanwhile, I got like Brian over here, and he's like, yo, let's just buy it. Let's just buy it and see what happens. So, Jerry, thank you for being this guy and helping me out with stuff. George, good morning to you. From Jeff, morning, Jerry. It dawned on me the other day that you were in the Resident Rocker live on TikTok. Ooh, you guys finding other people. You guys are finding people other places. Darren, good morning. 75 in sunny in Topeka. 5 things: hang, mirror, and light fixture. So you're trying to get things ready for graduation party. It is the season. We had graduations that started last week, and that won't end until middle of June. It's crazy how that schedule can roll there. They look okay. Are you learning? Yeah, I'm learning a lot. It's not nearly as difficult as what I thought it was going to be. And the thing I like about it is the training that we're taking for CapCut is that they're showing how to do it both on the desktop and on the mobile app, because they are 2 different interfaces, 2 different things that you can do with it. And there's things that I can definitely see I need to fix and get better at, but that first step is just doing it. I could not figure out if it was you or not. Free. Well, there you go. Yep, I'm Decal Ranch. That is true. That is who he is. And Edward, good morning to you. 55. Hopefully figure out, make some stuff using a specific SVG file in Lightbird for my laser. No cup or fluid jet, as I'm actually still asleep. So we're in a sleepy head. Wake up, Edward. You're gonna have a great day. That's as far as I'm getting. So Free, you are also in WPP also, with your various profiles. What's WPP, right? That's what I'm saying. Oh, yes. Protection program with Jerry. I get it. Dope. I knew that. It's a Friday. Most folks from the crafting world don't know the Free 67 account. That's right. Most people don't know with it. So with that, let's get into it. And let's talk, the differences between Freed. Damn you, Free. Damn you, Jeff. The difference between a free training and paid training, because you'll see a lot of it out there, right? Like, what are the things to do? It's one of these where how do you decide what's best for you? And if you kind of imagine like riding a bike, you can get a friend to help you, for free. Like, hey, help me ride this bike. They're running alongside of you. They push you down. They yell at you. They scream at you. They get up, tell you, hey, whatever. Or you can take a class that costs money. Like, here, we're going to give you the fundamentals of it. We're going to show you to it. We're actually going to teach you how to do it. Okay. So we got to look at that. The quality of content. We got 8 points. 8 points that we're going to talk about. The 8 points are going to be quality of content, access to resources, support and guidance, commitment and motivation, certificate and credibility, depth of knowledge, networking opportunities, and then updates and maintenance. So those are going to be the sticking points that we're going to talk about it. Okay. And if you want to learn more, hey, make sure to just like and subscribe to these things, because like I said, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do these 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and now we're going to have a topic that we're going to talk about in it. So let's talk about the quality of content. In most times with free training, it's similar to like learning from a friend who knows how to do something, but might not have the best methods. Okay, so the content can be good, sometimes not as polished. You're just like getting information from it. It's like watching the YouTube video. Who knows if that's the right way to do it? You're just seeing somebody else do it and you do it. We see a lot of that in like the sublimation side of things, where someone said, well, I saw a video. Well, that video was wrong and it got 20 million views. So then everybody assumes that's the way to do it. And it's not, because it just isn't. You don't dunk cups. You just stop dunking cups. You're causing microfractures. Stop doing it. I don't care what a video said. Don't do it. And a lot of times, if you listen real close when you dunk it, you can hear it crack. So just stop doing that. Whereas having a paid training, it's more like having that professional coach, who knows all the tips and tricks. The lessons are usually very well planned out. They're high quality. They come with other stuff. It feels like you are actually sitting there in a class. One of the big things that I have learned, and we might talk about this in one of these other points, is that with paid training, I take it a lot more to heart, right? If I'm paying for something, I'm paying attention. When I get stuff for free, it's kind of that shelf help. I'll put it back here. I'll put it on that bookshelf there. I'll put it here, and I'll eventually get around to it. I'm like, oh, I know it's there. When I'm paying for it, though, that's when I'm like, hey, I need to get something out of this because I paid for it. And like I said, most of them are set up in some kind of modules or some kind of workbook or some kind of walkthrough with it that will give you through to it. And now this isn't saying that all paid training is super top notch and super high end, because I've been in a lot of crap ones. And it's also not saying that every free piece of crap, because I've taken a lot of really good free ones. But the thing is to know who the instructors are of it, know what you're getting into, and the quality that you should get out of it. Like a lot of times in the free stuff, what you should expect is they are going to give you some free information and they are going to sell you something at the end, at the beginning, somewhere in it. Why? Because here's a little taste of it. It's like when you go to Sam's and there's the little sampler stations. Here, you want to try this meatball? Ooh, that's good. Where are they at? Oh, they're right over here. So they give you that little sample so that they can get you into their paid training. And there's nothing wrong with that. Here's a sample. That's what we do here, right? We have morning mindset 3 times a week. We got Tuesday with Todd. That's coming back soon. And then we have our mentorship community. And so what are we doing? We're showing you, here's all this free content, so that way we can get into the mentorship community. And at $20 a month, it's not hard to give you $20 a month in value on that, but we're giving you the free, and we'd like you to come join the paid. So keep that in mind there with it. Yeah, on to, how do you guys feel about that? Is everything good? Does that make sense? Free training, quality, paid training. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. Makes sense? You have any questions on that? Before we move on to the next one of the access to resources, we've got, let's see if we got here, Jerry. Video posted with 2 Todds was awesome, freaky. And one of the things was I bumped the camera as I went around. And so my second video was just a little off. So I had to try and make it work for it. And that was the thing, is one of the things to learn. Chandra, good morning to you from New Hampshire. 62 outside, coffee in the cup. What's your take on Hormozy's school course? I've been seeing all over. I think I have it in my list, but I have not went to fully investigate it. So maybe I will go do that today. Yes, perfect. Thanks, Tim. All right, we got that over there. All right. So now, next up is when it comes to the access of resources, right? On your free training, they just might be like, here's this. This is what we're going to show you. But if you really want more information, you got to go search for those articles. You got to search for your videos. The resources are there, but you're going to have to put a little more effort into finding them. They might source some things. Is that right? Or what's the credit? Some things like, here's the video to watch for this. Here's that. Here's our sources that we used to put this thing together. So there might be a little more digging on your end, or a lot more digging on your end to do it, to go and find those resources that were used to create that training, to create that product, to create whatever you learned on. So there's going to be a little more with that. Like when we'll do Tuesday with Todd, we'll show, yep, okay, here's the link where we can, go buy the stuff, to go get this, to go do that. We'll give all the links in there. And then it's on you to go find it, learn it, and go from there. Now, on the paid side of that, when you come into those, I'm going to have to wet my whistle a little bit more. I will definitely do that. Now, a lot of the paid trainings, what you're going to do is you got to think, they're going to have, and this isn't saying that all of them are going to, but most are going to have some kind of guidebook or videos or tools that are specifically designed to help you learn whatever it is you're taking quickly and efficiently and effectively, right? They're going to give you the information for it. You might also get some access to exclusive materials. So the only way to get it is if you sign up for this. You'll see that a lot of, here's my script for X. Here's my marketing plan for X. Here's my prompt for X. You're seeing that a lot more with the AI. Here's everything that you sign up, and we go ahead and give it to you. So sometimes it's worth signing up for pre-trainings that you may know the information just to get that extra stuff, just to get those guides, those templates, those prompts, anything with that. And a lot of times in the paid trainings on the resources, those are things that the people are putting on the trainings. They use that on a daily basis. They're using it in their business, and that's why they are promoting it to you. So I feel, in the paid ones, most of them, you have a lot more access to things right there in front of you. Like here, click this link for resources, click this here for there. It's not more of searching things out for it. So it just really depends on it. But for the most part, on the access to resources, when you do a paid one, you have it more of that all-in-one right here. Here's everything that we use, and we're able to go for it. So does that make sense? Agree? Disagree? We will talk about that point. And Barb says, depends on the free training. There are a lot of free training on digitizing that are very good. And I'm not saying that there isn't, because like I said, there's a lot of really good stuff. There's a lot of really bad stuff, both on the free side and the paid side. And so when you can find something that works and that it's there, and a lot of the, like I said, when I've seen a lot of the good free trainings, what it is here's how to do this. And it could be, and maybe Barb can help me here on this. It could be here's how digitizing on, and then maybe I'll get it wrong because remember, I'm not a worder, but with Wilcom, here's how to do it. Well, they're showing you how to do it, but what do you need to be able to do it? You need that Wilcom software. So they're showing you how to do that. You'll see that really big in the software and design things. We'll give you free videos on everything on showing you how to use it, but in order to use it, you have to buy the software. So there's that added thing on there. Sean, good morning. North Dallas, 66 and sunny outside. Coffee in the cup. And John Deere. This is where we're going, John Deere. And Alicia, good morning. Yeah, I thought I'd say morning all. Palm Beach, Florida, in my cup. File making. I've had a lot of requests for shadow box designs, so it's keeping me busy. Awesome. Organizing your workspace and working on embroidery design. Very, very sweet there. All right. Next up is going to be your support and guidance. Okay. So when we look at these two, when doing some of the free training, you might not have access to the person who created that training, that are readily accessible. It might be a day, 2 days, a week, a month before they're able to get back to you. It may just be commenting on something, hoping to get something back. But a lot of times with the free stuff, you have to figure it out on your own. You're going back, you're watching the video, and you're trying to do it. Now, there could be like online communities, Facebook groups that are able to help you out with that. I see that a lot in like the Xtool side of things, where Xtool being China-based, they're in different time zone. So a lot of times you don't get answers as soon as you'd like them. So in the groups that you go to, there's people in there who experience the same problems, and they're able to give you feedback instantaneously. Same thing happens on these free trainings. Sometimes you're not getting the information you'd like from there, and you have questions, and it takes a little longer to get to. When you get into the paid training side, a lot of them is like, you're putting in the work, and you have a coach on the sideline who's there to answer your questions, whenever you need. They're able to guide you through those problems. They provide that personal feedback. There's more of that personal touch on it. they're giving you a way to access something. They're giving you a way to reach them. They're giving you more. They're giving you more of that support and that guidance. Why? And the way I feel, because the way that I do it is, if you are going to spend money to invest in me, I am taking that personally, and I am going to invest in you. There's times that people have bought stuff from us and we haven't heard nothing from them for 3-6 months. They haven't showed up to lives. They haven't showed up to any trainings. They haven't done anything. Well, hey, that's on them, right? Like, you want the help, you want the things that you paid for, all there to help you out for it. But if you're not, it's really on you to do it. But that access to the support and the guidance, I feel it can be a lot more on the paid side of things. So support and guidance. Free might be a little more difficult to find, get, receive quickly. Paid training seems to feel that you get stuff more and more personalized towards you on that. Let's see. Jerry says, congrats on the work. Why won't it let me click that, Jerry? Why won't it let me click it? There it is. Now let me click it. Congrats on the work. Always a good thing. What is a shadow box design, Ashley? Ooh, Alicia. Why did I say Ashley? Alicia, what is a shadow box design? Maybe she will tell us right there. All right. Commitment, motivation. So on this one, when we look at it, it's on free. This is what I talked about earlier. It's easier to quit, right? I have nothing invested in it. It didn't cost me anything. I'm out, right? Like, well, I'm out there. I'm bored. I'm frustrated. It's not my thing. There's less financial commitment to keep you motivated. I haven't paid for anything, so I'm not anything out my time. It's whatever. On the paid side of it, hey, when you pay for something, you're more likely to stick with it. When I pay for something, I feel like I pay attention more. Pay for something, pay attention. That's how it could be. And on things like this, it's like, let's be honest. Let's look at Planet Fitness. When you have a gym membership, it's $10 a month. Are you just $10 a month? Am I really going to do it? Maybe not. A big part of their model is hoping that they can't have everybody that's a member show up at the same time, because they don't have the room for it. They're taking that people aren't going to show up and be committed to it. Now, the gym membership that charges $300 a month, those people are committed. Why? They're spending $300 a month for it. They're in there to do it. I feel when you pay for something, you pay attention. When you don't have to pay for something, it's a little more there. There's no real motivation behind it. There's no, I need to get this out of it. I need to get that out of it because I didn't pay for it. I've taken thousands of dollars in paid trainings where I felt, and there's a handful specifically where I probably knew 90% of the stuff that was on there. And of that 90%, it was for the 10% was a good part of it. But I had to look at it as I was more advanced than where that was. And if I didn't know that stuff, it was the best training ever. So I sometimes had to take myself out of it. It's like, this was made for somebody who wasn't starting. And that's when I realized I knew a lot more than what I was giving myself credit for. So, and you'll do that. You'll think you don't know about something, and then you'll take a paid class and you're like, wait a minute, I could be teaching this class because I know just as much, if not more, than the person presenting it, which brings you to realizing that you need to give yourself credit for what you know. Like, stuff that other people don't know, and you may not even realize it, but you do. So, on that side of things, I feel that on the paid training, when I have to pay for it, I pay attention, I get stuff done on it for it. The next up is going to be, when it comes to like the certifications and credibility, right? We can learn anything online, right? I can just Google this up, I can YouTube this up, and I can learn, right? I can learn a little, I can learn a lot. But is there anything really to show for it? YouTube certified, right? Like, there's not a certification. Wow, I can't even say that. Like, that you're going to get that comes across from it. Excuse me. You're taking your knowledge and you're putting it in there. It's YouTube certified. That's what it is. I'm going out and getting information. I know what I'm doing. I don't have, I'm figuring this out. This is what I have. And some paid trainings, they offer that certificate, that you've completed the course. So I can be like, hey, this is where it's at with it. One of the good things is, like, say on social media management or building ad sets, you're doing, like, you can learn a lot from that. Facebook and Google is a prime example of, you can go in, there's certification classes that you can take and you can test, and then it's there. So if I said, hey, this is how I want to run Facebook, I can show you, hey, I took this, I learned this. This is where it was, and I'm certified to do this through Facebook. Here it is. You got that certification. So it's like, all right, I've got that credibility. People, not everybody looks at it, but some people do look at it. And when you're able to get that certification of completion, when you're able to use something to show, it could really help out, right? It's something that you could do for it. So that's it. I mean, it's not a huge thing, but it can be, a good, a good like added bonus. Like, ooh, I got a certification in this. Oh, I got that. Something else to show for it. And Barb says, Jerry Romero Threads is really good. Plus, he gives you the files. There we go. See, look at this. Have not heard of them, Barb. Well, check them out. See, learning. We're all learning together. We're learning things as we go through it. Now, let's see. Yep, see? And Barb says, I took the paid course from Joyce J. the embroidery coach. Awesome course and well worth the money. And that's the thing. You'll find we've taken some where it wasn't good. We've taken some that were phenomenal, and not everything is going to be perfect all the time. And so that's something to know with it. Something to consider is when you're looking at paid training and free training is the depth of knowledge on it. A lot of times on free training, you just might get the basics. Like if I had to explain it to something, I'm a fat guy. It's like giving me a snack. It's enough to satisfy me until lunch gets here, but it's not filling me up, so I'm skipping lunch, right? It's enough to get me interested. It's enough that I learned the one thing I needed to learn, but not everything I needed to learn. So it's just that little bite-sized piece. Whereas on the paid training, they're giving me the appetizer, they're giving me the main course, they're giving me the dessert, they're giving me the wine, they're giving me it all. They're giving me everything with it, right? Here's everything that you're going to need from start to finish on it, not just these little sections of it. A lot of times on a free one, they might just kind of give you an overview of things, like here's kind of the Cliff Notes version of how this works. On the paid version, they give you a lot more of the in-depth knowledge, of how, the how, the why. They give you a lot more to go on. So I feel that, and a lot of them you get more out of it because they are giving you more with it. So, the depth of knowledge on it. Sometimes on free, they don't go way ton into it. They said, here's this portion of it. You want to learn more? Buy our course, join our group, buy our software. On the direct now, on the paid stuff, you've already got it. So we're going to give everything we can to succeed for it. So think about that. Next step is going to be one of, I feel, the biggest things in our business that we need to, that a lot of people don't take advantage of. And I do, but not nearly as much as I should, is those networking opportunities, right? When you're taking those free trainings, you can still meet people, but it's usually less structured, more random. It's like you guys are showing up from here. A lot of you guys know each other. You've ordered stuff from each other. You've worked together on projects from things. You've reached out. We've done that, right? So you're still meeting people. You're still networking. You know that. Well, on paid pro trainings, let's say on this we get 100 people, right? On a paid one, we might get 10. So you're going to get those people that are serious about learning. You're going to get those people that want to be active. You're going to be those people that want to further their business. They're the ones, the action takers. Not saying that those 100 aren't action takers because they were showing up, but those 10 are really in it to advance their business. They really want to move on from it. And so you're in the same group of people with that same mindset. Hey, we're doing this together. Like our mentorship community. We've got people in there that every day they're posting, here's our daily 5. They're posting, their events about customers. They're posting projects they're working on. They're posting trainings that they're finding. They're showing work that they're doing. They're in there to help build each other up. They're in there to, to build those friendships, to build those work relationships, to build those job opportunities, to be study buddies. As Brian and us, taking a course on my own, the only one I have to hold me accountable is myself. Okay, whatever. Me and Brian are both taking them. We're holding each other accountable. Where's your video at? What are you doing with this? How are you doing this? So it's the accountability that I feel that you get on a lot of those paid trainings too, because you're working together for stuff. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Romero Threads, Jerry. And Jerry says, I met Joyce at a trade show 100 years ago. So very nice.
You and her are not that old, which he just said, yo, you look good for your age then. And Jerry says, moisturizer. Good to know. Good to know. That's what it is. And so finally, we'll round it out with, updates and maintenance. A lot of times with free training, it just might not be updated. It might not be updated at all. It just is what it is. When you find videos, especially, when you're going to YouTube University, look how old those videos are. Are they a day old? Are they a week old? Are they a month old? A year old? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years old? So some of that information may be outdated. You might have to really check the source of it. Some of the things might not be used anymore. Some things just might not be relevant anymore. You might not be able to do them anymore because that product isn't available. So think about that when you are going to YouTube University. It's not all about the views because, hey, this thing has 10 million views. Well, it's been online for 10 years too. This one has 10 million views and it's been online for 2 weeks. Oh, that's probably more relevant if there's both the same subject matter. Now, when it comes to free train or the paid training, oftentimes what they'll do is, here's the updates with it. As this system grows, as this does that, we're regularly going to include you on those updates. We're going to give you the latest information, the latest techniques. When you join our community, as long as you're part of our community, you have that. Now, there are some that are just wanting straight up, like, here's the course and this is all you're going to get during this time frame. Other ones, if you want access to it longer, you'll have to pay for it. So really look at the fine print on how long you've had access for things, and if it's worth it to sign up for it, get rid of it, whatever it is. But often those times are, with the paid training, you are going to get updates regularly, and the latest information, up to date, everything is right there. So that's that. So those are our 8 tips on, between free training, paid training. Love to hear your stuff, in the comments, what you're thinking. Does any of this make sense? Is any of it right? Is any of it wrong? I'm all ears to listen to you and what you have to say about that, because I think both have their benefits. Free training and paid training are they're two hands. They're not these two hands because they don't really shake hands well, but they can go like this. Whereas I feel the paid training, offers the higher quality, more resources, better support. But free training is more accessible, for everyone. You don't have to pay for it. So if you are self-motivated and you're dedicated to keeping yourself on track, those free ones can work out great. At the end of the day, the only one that can tell you what's best for you is you. You are the one that has to make the choice. I'm not going to say, hey, you can only take paid trainings because that's the only way to learn anything. And I'm going to say, don't ever take paid trainings because they are a scam. I'm not going to do that. You are the one that has to make that decision on what's best for you. So, I hope some of this information helps you decide, what's right, what type of training is right for you on it. Okay. As we come to the close here, anybody else have any questions, comments, concerns? If you'd like more stuff like this, join us over in our mentorship community right here. $20 a month. Patreon.com/FatDadMC. If you get in here this morning, we will make sure to get you on our call, which starts in 21 minutes. 21 minutes. We do those calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually right after this, and we will have some night calls sprinkled in throughout it. If nobody has anything else, we will be back here Monday. 2 Mondays from now, no show. Memorial Day, Monday, no shows, no mentorship call, no nothing. It's Memorial Day, so we won't be closed for that, but we will be back this coming Monday for another morning mindset topic to be determined. I'm going through my list and I'm starting to plan all of those out so that way we can have those good to go for everyone, because I really like this. If you like the style that we're going to be moving over to, let that know in the comments. If you're watching on Team Replay down in the comments, because I want to know more about that. Shander says, I added a white toner printer to my equipment a couple months ago. I was glad it came with all the step-by-step training videos. There you go. That really helps, right? When it gives you those step-by-step videos to walk you through it. Such a game changer. Such a game changer. But leave your comments, do all that. I do appreciate you guys for showing up here because, hey, it means a lot to me. It shows that you guys are dedicated to me, and I want to be just as dedicated to you. So with that, you guys have an amazing day. Have an awesome weekend. Get out there, enjoy it. It looks like it's going to be beautiful out there for a lot of people, and you know what to do when it's enjoyable, beautiful weather. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you guys then.